Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel, guys. Okay, so I just wanna okay, this is a new angle y'all are getting, cause this is a new day. Okay, today is March 30th, and I had a dream that, well, I don't know the whole dream, but I remember like the small part of it that stuck to me was my sister, her name, my youngest sister, she was holding like a little bug like this, and she was holding it hostage for my other sister's birthday party, she said. And it kind of looked like a little grasshopper. And let me show you guys. I think I've actually seen this grasshopper in my book. Oh, everything fell apart. Hold on. Okay, guys. So this is the bug. I can't even like find the actual picture. Look. It's that little praying mantis, but it was actually, okay, it didn't have the praying mantis hands. It had skinny arms, like it looked kind of like a spider, but it had the same shape and the same face. Just the hands were not like strong. They were little teeny tiny sticks. It was pink. And it had also like on the butt, like a little light, like a firefly. And so my sister was holding it like this, and she was hiding it for my sister's birthday. By the way, my sister's birthday passed already. But anyways, and then she dropped it, and she was like, I don't know where it is. I was like, girl, if you don't find that, because Loki was a little scary. It was like this big. And, I don't want to kill it. Like, if it was for my sister's birthday, like, if she wanted that, that's fine. But I ended up, like, laying down, and there is actually a spider right there. Well, you can't see it. It's right there. Anyways, but, you can't see it. No, I can't see it. But yeah, and I laid down like this, and it went in my mouth. And I thought I was gonna swallow it, and then I opened my mouth, and I went, like, I wasn't trying to cough or crunch it. Oh! And then it turned on its light, and I saw the light like this, and it went out, and I never saw it again. Then I woke up. So that was my dream. And then today I also had the magnificent idea, I was thinking about, I really like my stationery, and, someone mentioned that if I really like stationery, I should make use of it. So guys, I came up with the best schedule. The days of the week that I work are the days that I am locked in, and it's something I've been wanting to do and I've been talking about, and I think I finally found the time and the essence of it. And I'll kind of break it down, but look, we have I'm gonna start this on April 2nd, and I'm gonna be consistent. I'm due for a quarterly update on April 29th, which I will try and drop a formal report on the differences from the initiation of my what's it called? When I started this project, essentially, I started logging. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of explain the differences of life, the quality of life from then to now in just 4 months. So I'll just do quarterly reports like that. So stay tuned, guys. Yes. Okay, guys, what have I told you? We were back on a roll. So I went over the last video of March with the praying mantis. So we're on to a new month. I had told you guys I was having a hard time remembering my dreams. I think I kept waking up in the middle of the night. I wasn't able to dream at all for a while, or it was at least very inconsistent compared to what it was previously. But I think we're back. So I have to do a little run through of the ones that I've missed, but essentially what I've done to kind of get a little bit more consistent, I went back to my roots on focusing on the breathing and just like fully relaxing. I guess I wasn't really doing that. I was also going to sleep pretty late, so my body was just like shutting down. I was not like doing anything at all. So that might have been one thing. Two, I put this book just underneath my bed. I leave a light on. I'm gonna get a little lamp, like a little tiny lamp or something, because the light bill, well, you know why I pay the light bill, so okay, no. Anyways, I left the light on, put this under my bed, As soon as I woke up, bro, immediately pulled the book out of my bed, wrote it down. So, bam, let's get started. April 5th, and I'm just gonna read it because I'm telling you guys my memory is not that great right now. Okay, so April 5th. I had a dream that the whole clinic at my job went on a business trip to somewhere in Mexico. We took a train, and there was some extra people invited to come with us. I did not recognize them. On the train, people were drinking and partying, celebrating the clinic. When we finally arrived at our destination, we unpacked and got assigned a room. I ended up rooming with redacted friend, and we were low-key tired after this trip. For a minute, I thought that we were gonna turn up. I thought we were gonna have a party because we were at the hotel. We were on vacation, like with the clinic. The vibes were fire, but there was some background music playing, and one of my coworkers came to the door and asked for us to keep quiet, as the doctor needed to go to sleep. We told her, me and my friend, that we would be calm and change into our pajamas. We walked across the hall and sat in an empty lounge room. There was a couch and a TV. That's it. And we turned on the TV. The first thing that popped up was... The first thing that popped up on the screen was a 4-hour-long video regarding a dental school procedure. So they were doing like a surgery, and it was a lecture as well. While this was happening, we overheard the doctor telling his wife that the dental students from LA were the previous users of this Airbnb. They said that they heard that they had been studying and struggling with one topic, and he wished he had been able to help them, or at least talk to them about it. His wife laughed and told the doctor to go to sleep. He said he could not. My friend and I laughed because we knew that we laughed because we were overhearing them, and we understood like why it was on the TV. At first we were really confused. We're like who's watching this? But perfect timing, they said it at the time, and we heard, and it was like, okay, haha. We talked about what we could do now that we were here, and I remembered that I had a couple of paraphernalia to eat in my backpack. We kept laughing, and as soon as we were about to take one, mind you guys, okay, you know what, maybe let me just say edibles, bro. This is just a dream, by the way. Like, this is not me in real life. Like, this is a dream, guys, and I'm 21 plus, so I can say this. Anyways, we kept laughing, and as soon as we were about to take one, the doctor walked in, and he walked in, we put it in our mouth, and then we still had like the container out, and it's just like an unlabeled container. We just on some modest, right? He asked what we were doing. Mind you, he was wearing like the whole fit, like he was wearing like a hat to go to sleep, and like he looked like that one Moon from like PBS Kids. Like, he was about to go to sleep. He had like the only thing he was missing was the candle. And okay, and then we said that we were just trying this candy. He asked to try the candy. Now, since we knew that he couldn't sleep and that he couldn't go to work, like he wasn't gonna go to work, and that we were on vacation, I told him he could try one. Like, by the way, guys, this is illegal. I would never do this. I would never ever do this. Like, this is just me in the dream, guys. Like, please don't take this as a dream. Okay, this is illegal. You should never try this. Okay, I told him he could try one. I opened the container and he grabbed 3. He grabbed 2 gummies, and there was a mint in there too. And at this point, I'm looking over my friend, like, all wild. Like, I can't even, like, in my dream, for some reason, I thought that I couldn't say anything. And I couldn't, like, all I could tell myself is, I kept telling myself, like, in my head, well, he's gonna go to sleep, like, he's gonna knock out. You know what I mean? And the doctor just sat next to us, and that's what we were going to watch on TV. So I was stressing on what to watch. And I was just stressing really hard, and I think all that stress woke me up. So dream number 1, bam. I remember quite a few details. Oh, that was pretty vivid. I remember that one gave me a little bit, like I woke up and I thought it was real. I guess that's what's happening. I haven't been focusing too much on like breathing and stuff like that, and my dreams have not been like lucid. They've just been, I don't even know that I'm in it, like they feel really real. So that's a difference. Hopefully I can change that. But actually no, bro, I gotta do it for the love of the game. That's the end of that. April 12th. Okay, it says, today I dreamt that we were at an old apartment and that I knew I had a job and that we were going to hang out at a local park. As this plan was being made, apparently I had a job and was actually working in the crib. So I was working at home for some reason. And we were also seeing cats outside the balcony. So I was chilling by the balcony on my the living room, and I could see a bunch of cats out there. Okay, we let one of them in. I forgot who opened the door, but they let one of them in, and it attacked Tommy like immediately. That's my cat, by the way. Like, that's my son. So I told my mom that we could not keep that cat inside, and that Tommy was stressing out. It was my mom. My mom let him in. And they messed up the living room. They were fighting until I grabbed the gray cat. It was a gray cat. And I took it outside. I just put it outside, and I was like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, you don't have to leave. Once I saw, like, outside, I realized that we were in Bellevue. I don't know what it is with Bellevue. Or at least, I think every city is Bellevue. Maybe that's my mistake. I left the house, and I started to see what was going on. There was lots of lights at the park. It's a clean parking lot. And it was a very clean parking lot, and there was a car wash, self-wash. So I saw this in the parking lot. I saw just like a huge self-wash park, like you could park in it and then you can wash the car yourself. I don't know why I need to over-explain that. I saw that. I got in my car. I parked it right there. There was a man that looked really creepy next to me, and he went up and grabbed my shoulder. This creeped me out, and I decided that my car only needed a quick rinse. Like, I just grabbed the pressure and washer, just the pressure wash and like the water, and just put it all over my car, and that was it. I was like, nah, bro, I'm getting out of here. The rest of the dream is kind of blurry, but I also remember that this was one of the first times that in a while that I didn't know that I was dreaming in a dream. I'm telling you guys, I wasn't sure. It's really weird because all my other recent dreams have been like, I'm just like, okay, I know what's going on. It's just like third person, but now they're in the first person. Then the last one was from today, April 13th. I had a dream that I got invited to a sleepover by someone that had invited me to a sleepover. And for some reason, I actually showed up. So I didn't show up to the sleepover I got invited to in real life, because in my head, I was like, dude, like, what do I look like at this function sleeping over? Didn't do it. But I guess this was I don't know. This was the same situation, and I ended up going. They were set like 20 girls, and there was 10 on each bed, and I was on one of the beds. I pre-gamed in my car, and then I went in alone. I laid back next to the girl that invited me, and we were just talking, and it seems like they really wanted to include me and started to talk about this other friend, and then I just woke up. So I think what I need to do is just like try to relax a little bit more before I go to sleep, and then I don't know, guys, I'm gonna figure it out. Hopefully this is more consistent, but yes, this is it for right now. I'll report back later. Okay, guys, so like I said, we are on a roll. Okay, so this is the past one that I missed, April 14th. I spawned in the Winsley Apartments. My family and I were headed to a Mariners game, baseball. whole family, mom, dad, and both my sisters, we went into my car. And my dad drove us not too far to the stadium so that we can go watch the game. As we were pulling through, there was a Subaru, a brand new Subaru with like blue license plate, and it had the brand new license plate, but the around it was blue. So yes, inside was a couple that I know, and okay, so I saw the couple and I was like, you know what, I'm not really trying to hide from the community today. We were just trying to go to the game. We get off the whip and we go inside the stadium. Apparently the game had already started and we didn't know where our assigned seats were. The stadium was already like dirty from like people like drinking and going back and forth. So we went into section X. But it was completely empty. That one was empty. My whole family took a seat. This feeling of, sorry guys, I'm trying to decipher my handwriting. This feeling of uneasiness fell on me. I turned behind me. Bam. Okay, so as I'm here at the game, watching the game, behind me, there's like two sets of doors. So bam, there's a set of door right there, and then the other one over there. In the middle of those two doors, there is a little girl. Like, she's just sitting there in front of it, and she is trying to get through. On the other end of the furthest door, these were glass doors, there was a lion. Like a lion looking straight at the little girl. The only thing between her and this lion, it was a girl lion, a female. She was just laying there like this, watching the little girl in between those glass doors. So the little girl is looking at me like, help me out, bro. And so the lioness is on my side. Like, I'm just turning like this, and this is where I see all of this going on. And the little girl, I saw her, and I decided that this little girl was like very important. So I got up immediately and I opened the door, pulled her through, and I hugged her. Like, she was little. She was like 3 or 4 years old. And it seems like she was in danger. It also appeared that, I don't know. She just looked like she was really scared. She started crying. She looked really scary. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna help this little girl. I look up, and after I'm like hugging this little girl because she's obviously really upset, like there's like a lion right there. These two women pull up from behind those glass doors, and they're wearing like a black dress. They are older. They're wearing black attire, and they just look like, their eyes, bro, they look like really scary. Like, they look like they were evil. So I grabbed the little girl, and I like started running out of there. I seized the moment, and I was like, you know what? Like, I need to make a scene. Like, if this lady is like hurting this girl, like, even if I look like a weirdo kidnapping this little girl, like, they're gonna look into it. They're gonna be like, what's going on, right? So I immediately start telling everyone and my family, I'm like, there's like a lion right there. Look at her. Like, she's literally just sitting there, like, in front of, like, the lion honestly didn't even look threatening. But it was just very concerning that the little girl was alone in front of the lion, like, unsupervised. And then these ladies come up all mad, looking like, hella demonic, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so I tried to cause, like, people to panic at the stadium so no one could see where we were going, and I took the little girl. As I was running, I saw a couple that I had seen before, and they saw me, but they ignored me. Like, they were not about to get involved. So I left the stadium, and now I was alone. Like, I did not know where this little girl was. I was back at my apartments, my old apartments. And I had begun to, I began a timeline where I was a fugitive. And I was scared of dogs. There was also this Jumanji dressed man with 2 small dogs hunting me down. Okay, so literally I just spawned right back in my apartment and I'm low-key kind of like literally just a runaway. Cutscene, I don't know what happened in between. The only way I was able to be free was by constantly driving around and like climbing on buildings. Like I just had to be active at all times so I wouldn't get caught, or else this guy was gonna catch me with his 2 dogs. Okay. Some flashbacks would pop up in my head of the 2 women with the line. So in the dream, this was like a different timeline, but I had still remembered those 2 women that are with the little girl and like the lion and everything. And as I was getting these flashbacks, like in the dream, I was seeing, like, pretend I'm the little girl, like I was seeing through her eyes, and it was just like she was basically getting abused like really badly by these ladies. And like it was showing me, I guess it was telling me what the little girl had dealt with. And it was like this weird role play, like, I don't know. And it was just heavy on like the abuse of this character that was in the dream. Okay? Because I also do not know who this is. I climbed 3 units. And then I was around like the pond and the plants, and I was just hiding there. I kept moving my car, and then I was like clowning on the dogs. It was very stressful. And I ended up getting caught visibly by this guy at the very end of my dream. I didn't want this guy to rest, but it backfired. Like I was trying to keep him busy, like trying to keep him on his toes, and it backfired. And I was trying to move locations in the whip. I tried to get back in my car and drive away, like I was taunting him. Then I thought I could run in, get in the car. The car wouldn't turn on. And before I wake up, I was sure I got caught. They were gonna grab. So I don't know what that means. Guys, that was really intense. We're back at it again though. I'm gonna go to sleep. Y'all, we are rolling, we are rumbling. I had a dream today as well. This one, honestly, okay. So I don't remember much of the dream, and don't mind my hair, bro. I was about to lock in the gym. But okay. April 16th. I remember that I had a man. It is not my man. Right? It was this random person I didn't know. And he was coming home after getting caught cheating on me, bro. So like for some reason I wasn't with him, but I knew that he cheated on me. And he came back home. And there was footage, bro. And I forgot who. Like, this is kind of a little blurry, but I forgot who. Pull out the footage, put on the TV. And I was watching it, bro. Like, I was, like, watching the footage. And, what? On the screen, he kept saying, I don't know. He kept saying that it was like, no, like, I'm sorry, like, this wasn't me, like, you gotta understand. But I broke up with him as soon as he walked through the door. And the footage that I was seeing on the camera, or like on the TV, bro, honestly, kind of astonishing. I can't even lie. Like, it wasn't just like one person, it wasn't like 2 people, it was like clips and clips and clips. Whoever showed me that footage wasn't up, because I was watching this and I was like, I mean, I already broke up with him, right? But yeah, that was the dream that I had. I woke up kind of devastated, bro. I was like, bro, why is he cheating on me? remember, like, I don't got a man like that. Like, that's not my man, right? So I guess, all I'm really here to say is, chat, well, this better not happen to me. And if it is gonna happen to me, then, or if it's gonna happen to anyone, my advice is don't feel bad, guys. Like, it's not your fault. If someone's cheating on you and you find out, well, when you find out, be grateful that it's over. Be grateful that you're not getting disrespected like that, because never, ever put up with no BS on like, for a man, bro. Like, never, ever. Don't even feel sad about it. Like, if you see that, you clock it, bro, he is the one taking the L, or they. This goes out to the guys, too. If you have a girl, she's cheating on you, that's her loss, because clearly there's no respect there. And it's gonna happen again, bro. People like that are disrespectful. They don't deserve you, and you deserve better. So best thing you can do is move on. That's their fault, bro. If you're out here putting in your best work, if you're out here doing, and I don't want to hear nothing like, you're not gonna fight for me, like, no, like, don't fight for that, because that fight, that you don't have to fight for someone who's not fighting for you, because if they were fighting for you, that would have never happened, bro. Matter of fact, that person would have never even felt comfortable being in the vicinity of this man or woman, right? To cheat on you and participate in that activity, bro. So I don't know who needs to hear this. Don't worry about it. You're fine. You're free. You're young, and your turn. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I guess, like, that was my dream, guys. I don't know, guys. It better not happen to me, bro. Cause, like I said, I'm gonna take my own advice. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm chill. Don't waste your energy on that. Don't. Yes, you can feel upset, of course, cause you put like energy into someone, but like, don't let it sit on your heart, bro. Like, forgive, forget. That's the advice I can hear to get. Yeah. And one thing I forgot to add earlier, is onto the advice. I just feel like it really needed to be said. I would say that if that situation were to happen to you, I also try not to go to the area of where you start regretting things. Like, should have done this, should have done, like, love is never a waste of time. And if you give someone like that much of your energy, that much of your love, and you gave it your all, bro, that is something to be proud of, and that is something to cherish. Yes, it's over. Yes, it didn't work out for whatever reason, but like, regretting those situations, like, no, you don't regret it. It's actually, it's fine, and it happened that way for a reason, right, guys? So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, like, you shouldn't be like, F them, like, that weighs on your heart too, bro. That's bad for the soul. There, that's it. Y'all, welcome back. Okay, so today is April 19th. I'm not really liking the theme of all these dreams, guys, but maybe it's just me. I'll go over like a debrief or my thoughts after this. This might be like the video that I posted today. Okay, April 19th. I dreamt that I lived in Seattle and was hanging out with redacted friend. In my room, we were talking about how I felt about a guy that I'm talking to, and I told her that I didn't feel like he really liked me. In my head, he just didn't find me attractive. I told her that I didn't even know how he felt and described different points of action I was going to take. And usually, guys, like, for me, I feel like I always know how people feel, and like with this specific person, like, it has been very difficult for me to like scope it out. And yes, it has been bringing me kind of stress in real life. She reminded me that he was just a man, that someone was coming up, and that I was stressing too much. She told me if I was stressing too much, then it's just not worth it. I thought about this on my bed for a minute, but I did have to hang out with this guy after this conversation. She told me that what I always she told me, like, what I always tell her. Like, whenever she starts telling me, or anyone starts telling me about their troubles with the guy, and that I'm like, that's not even your man, bro. Like, technically you got time to, like, release that, relax, and remain single. I always encourage that. If you're stressing way too much, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. Word for word, she has said my advice back to me. And this kind of had me feeling like myself again. This time, she was going to come with us. Why? Because in my head, like, our hangout of the three of us needed to happen so I could see if he found her more attractive. Because there was a certain situation, that happened, right? Between all three of us. And at this point in time, I thought that he kind of liked her visually more than me. Guys, I just might be on some insecure type shit, bro. Guys, no. Anyways, okay. And yes, we met up and we hung out like normal. It was actually pretty chill hangout. We were just eating, calm, talking. We were at his place. We went outside, went on a walk. And then when it was all over, they were walking me to my crib. As we were going up the stairs, I turned around because I was in front of everyone. I was just trying to go to my room, low-key, because you know me, I love my bed. And I turned back and I see him, and he's right behind me. His face is like all like flustered, and he was like breathing heavy, and his hair is kind of like messed up. And almost like he ran up, like straight up, like he bolted up the stairs. I asked him if he was okay, and I was about to ask him where she went. But before I even could ask the second part of the question, he cut me off and said, "Don't worry about it." At this point in time, I lost my mind. In my head, not physically, because, you know, guys, I'm nonchalant. She was gone, and somewhere in my head, I knew for a fact that they had, like, been making out, so I completely lost it. I told him, you know what, you can leave, and I came to the conclusion at that moment, and I told him that I really like being single, and I really like my alone time, and that I would like it to remain that way. He wouldn't leave. I wasn't crying, I wasn't nothing. I just told him, I was like, you can leave. Like, it's all good. We don't gotta talk. Like, it was on some calm. He wouldn't leave. He said that he didn't want to mess things up and that nothing happened. And again, I asked him, like, then why don't you answer the questions? I didn't even let him answer. And again, I mentioned that I would prefer to be alone and that he could leave. Like, it's fine. For some reason, my place was no longer just mine. Like, I shared it with some roommates. Went in, grabbed some stuff, put it in a bag, and I was about to head to my house, this one. I wasn't crying, and I was pretty calm. I felt actually kind of relieved. I felt free. He didn't like that I just walked past him, and he called my friend. He told her that I needed help and that I was going to put myself in danger. He called my doctor and all the other coworkers. I was about to cross the street to like a corner store. And I'm telling you guys, I was extremely calm. Like, I was just about to hop on the light rail. And then actually while I was crossing, I heard someone mention that someone cheated on someone, name dropped. So I wrote a little note right here, and I'm gonna find out, guys, if this is true in the future. But this is crazy. Anyways, there's two people walking past me on the crosswalk, and they mentioned it, and I overheard it, and I called it. Anyways, I was just crossing, and I was about to go to a light rail, and then my dad pulls up. The doctor does. The whole staff, him, my friend, and my whole family. They all showed up and told me to lock in. They reminded me that I just had messed up my life recently with, if you guys didn't know, I did get a DUI when I was 19. And, and by going to like a mental hospital, that happened when I was like 18. So they were telling me that like, you need to lock in. Like, you already got a lot of stuff on your record. Like, don't do something dumb, blah, blah, blah. But mind you guys, I was completely calm. Like, I was like, honestly, I was really relaxed. Like, I felt free. Like, I felt like, yes, it hurt my feelings. But I was like, you know what? It's over. Like, I don't have to think about that anymore. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm not committed. Anyways, they started telling me this. And it was kind of embarrassing, but I was calm the whole time. Even the police showed up. And then they asked me what happened. And I explained it to them. After which they said that I was high risk. I don't know, high risk what? But then I woke up. So, guys, I don't know, like, I keep having dreams about this, and it's like, this is actually, like, I wouldn't say that this exact situation is true. But, like, there are some parts of it that are true, and it's just, like, it has been stressing me out. So, maybe this, like, the whole situation, word for word, is not what it is. But the stress is there, and I don't know what to do. Like, there are times where I feel like, hey guys, I don't know, like, it's been like, what, like, guys, I haven't had guy problems in such a long time. Like, I don't even like people. I don't even like have like crushes on people anymore. Like, I just enjoy people's time. We become friends, and I just leave it at that, because being friends with people is so much easier than like being in a whole committed relationship. You know what I mean? Also, like, I just met him, so I don't really know, like, truly who this guy is. Like, he could be anything and anyone. And I don't know. I literally don't have anyone to talk to this about, because no one knows who he is. Like, they never met him, and they're not gonna meet him anytime soon, because we're just friends. Like, we're not like doing anything like that. But there is a plan for us to move forward in the future. I don't know, guys. There's like something in my head that's telling me that like he's not really into you. You know what I mean? There's something so strongly in my head telling me that he's not. And I don't listen to it. I when I hang out with him, I genuinely feel like he does. He does everything right. He's very chivalrous, very kind, very respectful. The only thing I don't really like is that I feel like I can't read him. Most people, I'm able to just look at them, like look at their eyes or something, and I can read them. And for him, like, it's just like the most difficult thing in the world. Also, bringing back the situation of with my friend, there actually was a situation where all three of us, and this was like, because I never intended to be with this man. Like, I never in my life do I go into like looking for a guy to date. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I go and explore new friendships and stuff like that, but I never, like, I'm not thinking like I'm gonna date this person. So what happened was, before I even considered, like, I didn't even consider him an option. Yes, I liked how he looked, but up to that point, that was pretty much it. He had like a co-personality, but again, you can't know people. I've had so many situations where I feel like I know people. I'm telling you, I know these people for months. Know these people for months. And then after a while, they switch up. And I know, bro, I know I can't like project this on. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one that just can't accept it, because like, to me it seems too good to be true. And maybe it's an insecurity. I just keep thinking about it. There's also another thought in my head that, like, you know, this is too much, bro. Like, is it too much though? I feel like with good communication, like, you know, this can clear. And like, I'm telling you guys, he's doing everything right. Like, we're not dating. Because because I just met him, but theoretically, his actions speak louder than words, and his actions seem to point in a very clear direction, which is why I continue to come back. But like, I haven't stressed like this about anyone, guys, and I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing. If I need to stop, like if I need to let him go, if that's what's being told to me, or if they're telling me that I need to relax. Because again, in the dream, it's like I'm calm, like in the dream. And honestly, I feel like this would be the same thing, like in real life. Like, I don't scream. I don't like to cry in front of people. Like, I'm nonchalant, And literally yesterday, we had a conversation on a similar matter. Not that in the dream, I'm saying that I think he finds my friend more attractive. That was a thought in my head, and due to previous circumstances, that might be something I don't like. I just can't get over, and I might have to and move on. But I feel like, me personally, I do like him, and it's like, I feel like he likes me. I don't know, guys. I guess the best bet is just to keep trying. If it feels, because okay, like in my head, bro, like yes, I think a certain way, but when I'm with him, it feels a different way. I can't read him, but like the feeling, like I feel like you can't lie about a feeling, right? So yeah, I guess this dream, maybe he is, saying everything, like everything that he tells me is true, and that's just who he is, and I'm just kind of insecure, so I keep having these types of dreams. But yeah, I guess I just have to keep kicking it with him. Maybe I should steer more towards like friendship for my well-being, right? Guys, I can't even tell anyone because nobody knows him. The only person that knows him is her. And then there was another situation that happened where he doesn't want to talk to her at all. He has made it very clear. So I don't want to talk to her about like him. If like, guys, this is an original experience for me, and I feel like I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know who to ask. I don't know. And this is my first rodeo in it. One thing I will say, even if it doesn't end up being how I thought it would be, even if whatever goes down, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time, my moments, and our hangouts and our friendship. But yeah, guys, I might be single this summer. I don't know, and it's a lot to like. Also, I feel like another thing that's been in my head, it is kind of selfish, but it has been in my head, right? I've been single for a while, and it has been great. Yo, my alarm just cut me off. But as I was saying, I said I've been single for a while, and it's been great. Like, I like the fact that I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to think about commitment. I know that I'm young. I know that, but I also feel like I enjoyed a lot of that free time, and I would like to move forward with like an agenda in which I commit to someone soon and kind of go through the whole basis of like getting married, having kids, and I don't want to take that lightly, and I just don't know, like, guys, I don't know, guys. There's some conversation, but yeah, I don't even know. Even like a lot of the times, like I'm able to tell, like I have the dream and I wake up and I have a feeling, so I remember the feeling. even when I was like, I woke up, I was like calm. I didn't feel anything of it. Like I didn't feel stressed out in real life. When I woke up, I was like relaxed. I woke up, grabbed my book from underneath my bed, started running it down. You know, I'm writing it down like I didn't get like emotional or nothing. I think, guys, I don't know, bro. This is like the first situation in like 20 bajillion years where I've been unsure. But you know what? You gotta take risks. Okay, guys, I'm done talking. There's no more drinks.